Welcome back to Burn and Barrel, and today we are going to be reviewing Old Soul Cask Strength. This bottle was made at Cathead Distillery, which is located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is the oldest Mississippi distillery. This particular bottle is a store pick of their cask strength uncut unfiltered. The juice in this bottle is MGP sourced and is 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley mash bill. It also does not bear an age statement. The front of this bottle has an Old Soul label with a depiction of the distillery in beautiful artwork. Along the back you can see more of the story of this bottle and how it came to be, and maybe more about how this bottle was picked. Along the top of the bottle you can see another wrapper that says Cathead Distillery on it, and a darker looking cork to top it off. And now, let's get right into the review. So I've gone ahead and poured up some of the Old Soul cask strength here, and so let's go ahead and get right to the review. So, first things first is the color. And the color on this one is not too dark, but it's not very light either. It's kind of a good golden color. Very nice. This is a uncut, unfiltered, cask strength bourbon here. But I don't believe there's a ton of age on this, but it's got a little bit of a darker color. But again, in the light here, nothing too dark. Definitely just kind of middle of the road type of color here. But considering it is 119.65 proof, I have high hopes that this is going to deliver some good, powerful notes, whatever those may be, and provide somewhat of a decent experience, providing those notes are sort of palatable. So let's go ahead and get right into the nose. So the nose here is it's definitely sweet, like sweet up front, not all the way, but it's a weird kind of sweetness. It's hard to describe. It's like chalky, like a sweet chalk. A Smartie, yeah, a Smartie. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I was just thinking chalky candy, and then that made me think of Smarties. And now that I say that, that's exactly what I'm smelling. It's fruity, like a little bit of fruity, kind of like with a Smartie, but definitely more like a chalky, powdery type fruit maybe, and then it's sweet, so that just kind of makes me think of Smarties here. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of like a grain on the end, or like a cereal. Definitely Smarties up front. I mean, definitely a little cereal on the back. Not getting like a ton of any savory notes or like oak. I'm not really getting some of that. It's more just like Smarties and then cereal, maybe like a little vanilla. So maybe like a Frosted Flake or something like that. Like Smarties Frosted Flake combo here. Like if you just poured both of those in like a bowl of milk and ate that. That's kind of what this smells like anyway. Which is weird, but I kind of like it. Like it's definitely sweeter. So we'll see what the palate has in store. So okay, that's a little bit different. That's definitely a little bit different from the palate, or from the nose, excuse me. So like I said, on the nose, I got like the Smarties and the Frosted Flakes, which was just a combination of a bunch of other things, but on the palate, I'm getting something completely different. I'm getting all sorts of spices, like baking spices. Like, it kind of reminds me of like a gingerbread type thing, where it's just the whole baker's spice cabinet just thrown in there. It's nice. I like it. Definitely got the gingerbready spiciness kind of going on. Like a little vanilla on the end, so that kind of has similar with the nose. And definitely some oak on the tail end of the mid palate, but getting into towards the finish. But it is like not what I expected from smelling the nose. Provide a little bit of a different experience that like I said, I wasn't expecting and wasn't prepared for. But yeah, the oak on the tail end there kind of leads into the finish, and the finish it's longer, but it's got like that oak presence on it. It's got like
like a little bit of a sweetness from like it almost kind of tastes like the aftertaste of smoking a cigar or something like that, or maybe even like just a pipe tobacco, something like that. That tobacco-y aftertaste is just kind of right there, and it's a little sweeter. So I'm leaning more towards like a pipe tobacco type thing, just a sweet tobacco in general. But I get that alongside the oak there in the finish, and it's longer, but it's nothing super powerful. Like, it's long and lingering, but the strength of it is kind of falls off. Yeah, because I'm getting all sorts of spices in the middle, and then after those spices go, it kind of plummets down to like if we're at like an 8 or a 9 strength level of flavor here, it drops down to like a 2 for the finish and just kind of coasts all the way to the end. But it's a long finish, I'll give it that. It's just kind of leaves you wanting more, and that's a good thing in some aspects, but for this one, it leaves me lacking, or it leaves me wanting more from the sip in general, not wanting me to take another sip. It's just kind of feels like it got me 90% there to a really enjoyable experience and then just fell off the cliff. So overall, I'm not mad about this. Like, I really like it, and I know it kind of sounds like I'm negative, but I'm trying to bring it down a little bit because at the beginning I thought this was gonna be like an easy like 8 or maybe a 9 from the smell and then the front or what I expected from the palate. But I tend to like some more sweeter whiskeys, not like dessert pours, but I tend to like some of the Buffalo Trace products just because they're a little sweeter. I tend to like double oaks for the same reason. I tend to like wheaters because a lot of wheaters that I've personally had have a little bit of a sweeter note to it. Not saying I don't like rye. I love rye. I'm not saying I don't like anything that's got like a high rye or maybe some peppery or spicy notes. I'm not saying I don't like it. It's just I like a good balance. And this does have a decent balance, but it's definitely more skewed towards the spicy notes on the palate. It's definitely still sweeter, but definitely got that like spice gingerbread-y type thing going on, the woodiness. If it was based on the nose alone, this would be an easy, incredible like 8-9 rating. But because the palate is different from what I'm getting on the nose, kind of pulls you around a little bit. Kind of brings it down like a notch for me. Again, not saying that this is terrible. This is still an easy 7 out of 10 for me. It's definitely way better than your average. I mean, most cask strengths, if done right, are going to be way better than your normal like 80, 90 proof pours. And this one's no different. It's definitely a very good pour, and I'm very much enjoying it. So, I can't remember the price point on this one. So this specific bottle I got as a gift to me. So I cannot remember the price on this, but I want to say it's upwards of like 70, 80 bucks maybe. Is it worth it at that price? I think that's the most I would ever pay. It may be a little bit more than I would want to pay for, like if I blinded this and you asked me to tell, like for me to guess the price, I guess maybe 60 bucks, maybe 55, 60 bucks. So the fact that this is up to 70 or 80, to me, maybe a little much for what you get out of it. I still am enjoying it, but as far as a value prop, you know, if you really like Old Soul, then sure, go for it. Or if you really like, I believe, let me check. Yeah, if you really like NGP, which is what this is, it says distilled in Indiana. If you really like NGP stuff, then you will love this bottle. And I'm not saying I don't like MGP. I love MGP stuff, especially MGP ryes. Those are fantastic. For me, it comes down to other sub $80 or $80 bottles that I have and have tried. A lot of them, if not most of them, would beat out this bottle, in my opinion, in my personal tasting. But for you, it could be different. So again, with all those notes, like I said, kind of sweet on the nose, a little bit more spicy and woody in the palate, and then the finish kind of is long and there, but just kind of there. So overall, this is a good solid 7 out of 10 for me. So yeah, I hope you get to find this bottle and get to try it, and I hope you enjoy it.
I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Old Soul Cask Strength. I have left a summarized version of this review in the description below, and also a link to Cathead's website for this particular product. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on what you think of this bottle. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos that are on screen now, and some of the other reviews and videos that I have done on this channel as well. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time here on Burn and Barrel.